The city of Treasure Island is trying to move on after learning some really hard lessons in the wake of the hurricanes last year.
Yeah, city leaders prepared an after-action report, putting some of those lessons on paper to work toward better solutions in the future. Now, one of the most shocking lessons is how few people evacuated for the first hurricane. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joins us now live from Treasure Island City Hall with the very latest. Jeff.
Good evening, Josh and Stacy. Well, I was here not long after both storms and saw the incredible problems that people on Treasure Island were still having to deal with. Piles of sand and debris in the streets. And take a look behind me. These are still temporary offices that the city of Treasure Island is having to work out of. And many people on this island are still fighting to recover.
Tom Ladd showed us his home on Sunset Beach after the hurricanes, when floodwaters pushed sand and muck into his home.
So it's the day upon day of just coming back and trying to clean up, and really the outside stays the same, and it gets hard.
Months later, life still hasn't returned to normal for many Treasure Island residents. Tom Lance told us not long after the hurricane that life here will be changed forever.
We will not see the cottages anymore. All the places on this island will all be elevated eventually.
Change has already been made. The Treasure Island City Council voted to remove City Manager Charles Anderson on May 14th, citing a slow response to the two major storms that devastated the city. Now, an after-action report is showing what could be done better. Treasure Island Fire Chief Trip Barr says many people simply ignored storm warnings before the first hurricane, with at least 70% of residents staying on the island, with many just not listening to repeated warnings.
Predicted the storm surge fairly accurately, and still a lot of folks decided to ride it out.
Sadly, 4 people lost their lives during Hurricane Helene. Many more evacuated for Milton, but the damage had already been done. City police and fire stations were also damaged by the storm, and Barr says there are lessons to be learned there too, as fire stations built in 1967 without elevation were destroyed.
We lost everything. We got inundated with 3.5 feet of water in our police and fire stations. So we are going to rebuild. We're in the process of selecting an architect for that now, and it will, of course, be outside the floodplain.
Treasure Island City Council will meet tonight, and among the topics that they will discuss is this after-action report and lessons that were learned from both of these storms. I think we all learned a lot of lessons from both of these storms, and they're lessons, at least I hope, that we never have to repeat. Stacy?
I agree. Jeff, is there concern because our next hurricane season is exactly 11 days away?
Absolutely, there is concern about that. That's one of the reasons Treasure Island has put together this after-action report. I know that I have friends that are still not in their homes, other friends that are in their homes, but it's a work in progress. So a lot of work still going on in this community and many, many others because of these hurricanes. And so that's why these after-action reports are so important, Stacy.
Agreed. Jeff Patterson live in Treasure Island. Thank you.